slightly different video for you today. I'm going off on my bushcraft course that I've booked, and you might be able to hear I've got a bit of a cold that I'm taking with me. So it's not something that I've done before, but it's something that I've always fancied having a go at, and this is my opportunity. So just to tell you a little bit about it, I'm going to be away for 2 nights, 3 days, and we're going to have a go at just about everything really, from shelter building, fire lighting, game preparation, fish and poultry. We're doing tracking, trapping, foraging, you name it. It's sort of an introduction to bushcraft, I suppose, which is why I'm wearing my bushcrafter shirt. Yeah. So we'll see what it's like. It's a company called Woodland Ways. Now, they were demonstrating at the Land Rover show that I went to last year, so I picked up one of their cards, and when I was ready to book, I checked them out, and they're offering a good course, a bit of everything, so I've gone for it. Now, where I've got to go is the grounds of Belvoir Castle in Leicestershire. It's a big woodland there, so there should be plenty of room for us to learn some skills and do whatever it is we've got to do. That's all I can tell you about it really. I'm going to try and film it as much as I can, but ultimately I'm there to learn, not to film anything. So if they'll let me, then I'll film some bits and pieces, otherwise I'll keep myself a video diary, and I thought I'd bring you along with me, so we'll see what it's like, but I'm quite excited about it. I've been into the sort of survival thing since I was a kid, with Lofty Wiseman's survival handbook and all that sort of stuff. I used to go out and mess about in the woods. So did my brother. He used to set traps and stuff like that. So I don't know how many years later, 30 years later, we're going to go and have a go proper. Okay, stay tuned. Morning guys. Okay, so I've made it through the first night, so it's a bit dodgy, but slept under tarps last night. This is my setup here. I had my hammock, so I was quite comfortable. Some of the other guys, you might be able to see, set their own tarps up. There's one here like an A-frame. This behind me is our base camp, which you can probably see with the fire going, where we've been doing our training. Last night we prepared some wood pigeon and had a pigeon stir fry, which was really nice actually, with ginger, herbs, garlic, and we also learnt a little bit of navigation by the stars, learnt some constellations and stuff. This morning we're going to do a wildlife sit spot, so we can just sort of tune in while we wait for our breakfast, because we're going to have bannock, so that'll be interesting. And then we're going to be making some shelters like that one behind me. We're going to build one of those so we can sleep in those tonight. So all in all, it's a good start to the course. Here's my little setup. It's down there. Got my hammock. Proper cosy. I got down to about 4 degrees centigrade last night, 3 degrees, something like that. Still a bit fresh, but I think it's going to be a clear day, so it should be quite nice. Anyway, let me show you this. This is the camp area. We've got Dutch ovens for doing our food on, and they've got all these pot holders and all that set up. So these hang from above the fire, and there's always a kettle on the go, and the fire's on all the time. We've been issued with Mora knives and folding saws, so we're going to learn how to use those properly. Anyway, see you later. Okay, thought I'd show you the toilet arrangements for this course. This is the posh one. This is a long drop toilet in the woods, as you can see. Very posh. There's another option as well, which is a spade. so you can go anywhere in a certain area and dig your own hole. So you do your business, put your paper in that tin, and I've now got to set it alight and burn it off so we don't put it down the toilet. And we're in this little coppice here. Not bad, huh? So I thought I'd share that with you. Quite funny really, isn't it? Okay, so this morning, lovely day by the way, we have spent most of the day building our shelters. This is my shelter I'm going to sleep in tonight. It's not quite finished, I've got some more debris to put on. But that gives you an idea, it's going to be quite cosy in there. It's not going to rain, so I'm not worried. And we've also just done some meat preparation. So here is my rainbow trout flag, yeah. So I'm now going to go and put on the fire, so come with me and I'll do that. The first one done, so we're going to get the best part of the fire, hopefully. Check my fire. So we'll pop that in there. Right, I need 2 hands, so you've got to go.
Just keep an eye on the other side of the fish, just to make sure it's not catching.
Yeah, if you want to crisp up the skin, that's quite nice.
Yeah.
Why not, mate?
Look at yeah, when you sort of done on that side,
turn it
over and
darken the
crisp
skin
up.
Nice. Okay, so I'm back from my bushcraft course. I didn't get to film as much of it as I'd hoped because it was pretty intense. We were just going from section to section, so I didn't really get a chance, and also it was a bit rude to film all of the sessions because of course people pay to go on the course, so I didn't want to sort of put it for free on YouTube. So anyway, it was really good. Now I thought I'd just go through what we did, because at the end of the day it was elementary bushcraft, so it was like an introduction too. So we did loads of different subjects in not much detail, but it meant that you could then see what sort of took your fancy, and then you can do other courses if you want to, or go away and practice it yourself. So Friday evening, after a quick safety briefing with knife work and that sort of thing, safe knife technique, we prepared a pigeon, and the way that we did that was in such a way as you could scale it up. So although a lot of people just cut the breast off a pigeon and put that in the pot, we actually did the whole bird, so that if you were using it for pheasant or bigger birds, then the skills sort of transfer onto that. We were fortunate in as much as there was no clouds, so we managed to do a bit of night navigation as well, showing us Polaris and ways of identifying your location and which way north is and all that sort of stuff. Again, skirting over that, that was quite interesting as well. Obviously, shelter building the following morning was part of the syllabus, and we got to build a shelter which I slept in. You've seen the fish that I did. We also did rabbit as well, and the way we dealt with that was, again, you could upscale it to larger beasts like deer and all that sort of thing, whatever you managed to catch. We looked at trapping and hunting, a little bit of tracking, but more it was demonstration of the sort of traps that you can make and the legalities around it and that sort of thing, what you can and can't do legally, but then showing you also traps for a survival situation, you know, where there's no holds barred, that sort of thing. So it's an overall course. They went through loads and loads of different subjects, and from that you can pick out what takes your fancy. Water purification as well. We looked at that, the sort of equipment that you need, knife choices, how to sharpen them, and I have sharpened my blade since I've been back. So I'm a little bit better at doing that than I was. So yeah, it was a really good course. I think it was really good value for money. Everything was packed in quite tightly, so we were always up to something. And the camp was really good because it was set up like an expedition style camp with a big fire, so that was really good. The guys on the course were all really nice, the instructors were really nice, so I can thoroughly recommend it. So it's Woodland Ways was the company I went with. Check out their website because they do loads of different sorts of courses. They've got 3 locations around the country, and I don't think you'd be disappointed if you went on one. They've even got a shop and training centre in Bedford where you can go and do a day course, say on wood carving or what have you, basket weaving, you know, you name it, they do it. So that's my brief review, if you like, or overview of these courses. Check them out. I think they were good. I think I'm probably going to look at doing something else with them, depending on what sort of takes my fancy. But it's also given me a load of stuff which I can now go out and practice. So I'm going to practice, I don't know, making a water filter and doing that sort of thing. I've got to get myself a folding saw now because they gave us a Barco folding saw, which is really useful bit of kit. So I'm going to get one of those and then go out in the woods and make some stuff, hopefully. All this obviously is a bit of a departure from the ultralight and lightweight stuff that I do for cheap, but then I figure if you've got the skills to make stuff, you don't have to carry so much stuff, so it sort of crosses over. So the more knowledge you have, the less equipment you need potentially. We did a lot of work on fire lighting, so making a bow drill set, so I fancy going and having a crack at that, seeing if I can make fire just from the natural materials that I found. I have found a new woodland that I'm looking to get access to. I'm going to get permission to go in there. It's quite near a road, so I may not want to stay there overnight because it's a bit noisy, but there's a mixture of different woods and it's an area where I won't get disturbed and bothered, so I just need to make sure that I'm allowed to go in there, and that will encourage me to do a few more videos. So thanks for watching, see you again.